Isn't that like a good sign for the future?
I have seen a hip-hop rapper from Nepal man who called himself a Rastaman. I was impressed by his displayed picture because he got Tupac, Biggie, Yamabuddha and head of God Shiva man totally interesting. And Rastaman is very positive that while greeting everyone he says Jai Sambho, which means holy Shiva. Totally I feel like God Shiva doing hip-hop in 21st century man.
I know it's fake, but Yamabuddha Dai हाम्रो माझ भएको भए चाहिँ possible हुन्थ्यो होला. And rest in peace Yamabuddha Dai. And hey, what's up guys, welcome back to our channel. Hope you guys are doing good. And today we're gonna talk about Hollywood celebrities, talk about Nepal. Let's go.
Hong Kong, London. Actually, we've rebuilt what we used of Hong Kong because it was such a complex scene in the film, so we couldn't possibly have shot it as people will see when they see the movie. But we filmed in London, we filmed in a lot in Longcross, which was the studio, but we also filmed in Nepal and Kathmandu, which was amazing.
Well, had you been there
New
before?
York as well. I had been to
Oh, you had?
Kathmandu, yeah. Very briefly, when I was a student, actually, after I got the A-level results that don't count, I went on a trip to teach English as a foreign language to some Tibetan Buddhist monks actually in India. But we took a week out, the other volunteers and I, to go into Nepal, and we had a fantastic time. We were only in Kathmandu for a day and a night to plan our trips. One of the plans didn't involve having a map or a guide. Well, we had a map, but not a guide for a walk into the Himalayas. And there were 4 of us. Then mountain sickness struck, and then there were 3 of us, then 2 of us.
They died?
No.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's the kind of reveal I like to give it. An anecdote on the chat show that's talked casually about 2 friends who passed away on the trip. It's the way I like to promote a film, just a casual funny story about the death of some dear friends.
Philip and Bob, we'll miss them.
Yeah, but great airtime on the chat show. No, seriously,
wow.
They were fine, I think. In that instant, it was scary, but they definitely lived to tell the tale. They went back down the mountain, or the hill, but it felt like a mountain to us. It was high enough up to get mountain sickness, put it that way. But we carried on ill-advisedly without a guide, with maps that were very, very poor in those days, pre-GPS, so there was very little way of getting it right when you get it wrong. And I started to get the same mountain sickness. And you have to descend, you have to go quite fast down, and we literally reached one of those real, but it turned out very metaphorical, forks in the road. And we didn't know which would go where because there was a heavy mist, and we went down the path that went down, which is good in a way, but it just hit a dead end of bamboo and then rocks and then cliff. And we were lost. We were lost for a day and a half. It was quite scary, and a night.
Who found you?
We sort of found our own way back to this plateau outside of walking through, oh God, we went through a river, we went through a bit of jungle at the lower parts of the mountain, and then broke onto this sort of pasture land that was something out of the Sound of Music, you know.
अनि चिन्नु भयो त उहाँलाई? I guess मलाई भन्दा राम्रो चाहिँ तपाईहरुलाई नै नलेज होला के अरे. And he is Dr. Strange of Marvel Universe. अनि सुटिङ पनि काठमाडौँमै भएको थियो. तपाईहरु सबैले हेर्नु चाहिँ भयो होला. And उनीहरुले यस्तो कुरा गर्दा चाहिँ खुसी लाग्छ हैन. हाम्रो चाहिँ यो बक्सिङको लिभिङ लेजेन्ड माइक टाइसन, करेन्ट WWE युनाइटेड स्टेट्स च्याम्पियन लोगन पल, जो चाहिँ प्राइम ड्रिङ्कको पनि एउटा फाउन्डर हुन्. उनी चाहिँ एउटा पोडकास्टमा थिए, अनि माइक टाइसनले चाहिँ नेपालको बारे यस्तो भनेका छन्.
You know, in Nepal they have this Nepal is pretty interesting. It's so out the way, so distant. But in Nepal they have monks and they have temples there, way in the mountain. And all of the monks have a skeleton head. And all the skeleton heads are smiling. And that's just allow them to know that this is the end of the game. We're a joke. And that's how I look at life, that I'm a joke. The baddest man in the plague. You believe that shit? I'm a fucking joke.
So just that, back to the death of that ego. Back to Have you been out to Nepal? Have you been to these places, or is it just, or do you just study them, or have you actually sat with these guys? Like,
well, I've met a few people. A lot of people write me from these people in Nepal. It's a place called Tristan da Cunha. That's the furthest place on the planet, I believe.
Do you want to go there?
It is really creepy. It's gonna be a couple of days on a boat. It's really interesting.
Would you ever do it? You think?
I would.
उनीहरुले यस्तो कुरा गर्दा चाहिँ खुसी लाग्छ हैन. मार्बलको कुरा त भयो अब चाहिँ टिसीको सुसाइड स्क्वाडको लिड एक्टर नाम चाहिँ थाहा भएन क्यारे अनि उनले चाहिँ नेपालको बारे यस्तो भनेका छन्
One place that I've always wanted to go, I've always dreamed about since I was a kid, is Nepal. The history, the culture, the people, the food. It's such a unique and powerful place. In a way, it's been for a lot of people that I've known a magnet and has drawn them there. There's some kind of magic, some kind of majesty about this place that makes it really, really special. And I haven't had the pleasure of visiting Nepal yet, but I dream about it. And I look forward to having that experience sometime in the future. Even the name rings magical. Something beautiful about it. And every single time that I've met someone from Nepal, I just met someone a week and a half ago. They have the kindest, most gentle disposition. They're so welcoming and warm. It's really high up on the list of places that I really have to see sooner rather than later.
कसम यार यत्रो ठुल्ठुलो हलिउडका सेलिब्रिटिजहरूले चाहिँ नेपालको बारे यस्तो राम्रो राम्रो भन्दा चाहिँ मनै प्रसन्न हुन्छ के हैन अनि अब युट्युब तर्फ पनि छिरम तपाईहरुलाई थाहै होला नेपालको म्याड हनी कति प्रसिद्ध छ भनेर अनि त्यसैलाई रिभ्यु गर्न युट्युबमा चाहिँ यो नाम थियो द बेस्ट फुड रिभ्यु शो नाम भएको अब उनको रियल नाम चाहिँ थाहा भएन तिनी आएको भिडियो सायद हेर्नु नै भएको होला अनि उनी गएर चाहिँ बाहिर गएर पनि एकदम त्यो त्यसको रिभ्यु गर्ने अनि त्यसलाई अझै फेमस बनाउने काम गरेका थिए
At some point we should talk about the Mad Honey.
Yeah. Well, that's how you and I got in touch recently.
Right.
Yeah. You saw us talking about Mad Honey on the show, and you reached out and said, "I'm actually right now harvesting Mad Honey."
Yes.
You sent me a photo of you actually doing it right there.
I'm going to grab some from my bag right now.
Okay. And this Mad Honey, you were in Tibet? Is that where you get it from?
This was in Nepal.
Nepal.
Very close to Tibet. This is it. Now, this looks like store-bought honey.
युट्युबकै कुरा गर्दा चाहिँ रिसेन्टली भएको धमाका त थाहै होला मिस्टर बिस्ट इन नेपाल भनेर अनि उनी नआए पनि उनको चाहिँ टिमहरु आएर नेपालमा त्यो अस्पताललाई नै त्यो पुरै परिवर्तन गरिदिएको त तपाईहरुले हेर्नु नै भएको होला एन्ड सिक्रेट प्रोजेक्ट अफ मिस्टर बिस्ट क्लिप हेर्नुस्
Lastly, we flew to Nepal for a secret project that will be revealed next year.
Are you ready?
Seeing the lights come on for the first time in a community, it never gets old, and it's been absolutely incredible sharing it with this community.
अनि आजको लागि चाहिँ यति नै रियाक्सन भन्दा चाहिँ केही डिफरेन्ट ट्राई गरेको छु एन्ड इफ यु गाइज लाइक इट कमेन्ट गर्दिनु होला मन पर्यो कि परेन भनेर एन्ड सी यु गाइज इन माई नेक्स्ट भिडियो बाइ बाइ